ready for the episode.
In 2012, YouTuber AC RaceBest had the brilliant idea to bring the greatest minds in the world together with one goal: to react to motherfucking My Little Pony.
Wait, is that ham sandwich? Like, what was she eating? What kind of meat was that?
He put together an all-star cast: Black Griffin, Animated James, Mando Pony. It's like the Smash Bros for creeps. Also, there's some other people you think you might have maybe remembered hearing about at some point like 12 years ago, but I don't really know who they are. Sorry I bring to lols. This was shaping up to be the greatest collaboration ever. Nowhere else will you see Animated James, I Love Kim Possible a lot, Saberspark, and Black Griffin all together. Besides maybe a police lineup. Bronies React is such like a surreal time capsule of the Brony fandom, specifically of those who were sort of famous in the community at the show's peak. You have all these people who the wider fandom were probably familiar with at some point, and now 10 years on, it's like, who? Huh? Like, come on guys, let's bring back Brony Curious.
On model and like accurate to like her personality. Everyone else, maybe it's because she doesn't wear a skirt.
Okay, so you will never guess what happens in Bronies React, but I'll give you a hint. It is not sending weird messages to underage girls on DeviantArt. God damn it, I'm always wrong. You get some of the most well-known figures in the fandom at the time, have them turn on their webcams, and tell them to react to My Little Pony content. Usually the show itself, sometimes fan content, but the one thing that is consistent is that it always produces comedy gold. Yeah, most of these people weren't very funny.
What kind of meat was that? Was she eating meat?
One of the videos got partially muted for copyright, and it makes it funnier than any joke the reactors could possibly be making. Except, they don't really react. Almost immediately into the series run, a lot of the reactors ended up scripting like every little bit of the reactions, which would be fine if it made it funnier. It doesn't really. As we'll come to see, it just reads very, very awkwardly. Except that time show writer M.A. Larson was counting fat stacks of money while all the reactors were complaining about the show becoming a sellout for toys. That was really funny. Bronies React started as a response to Teens React to My Little Pony, a video produced by those slimy little Fine brothers. Do you think this is the React world they wanted?
And we look forward to the time when we can look back to this moment, to this video with all of you, knowing that this was when we all stood together, changed the way things were done, and created this first of its kind global community.
Oh wow, this must be our new home.
Yo, they talk?
After the Fine Bros released Teens React to My Little Pony, AC RaceBest made Bronies React to Teens React to My Little Pony. It featured a few later series mainstays like AC RaceBest himself, SOLRAC, Dusty Cat, The Living Tombstone, but it's not very interesting because god damn it, where is Saberspark?
Where's my boy? Where's my boy?
I really like this one because it's all these guys being visibly frustrated that these random teenagers they don't know don't like My Little Pony Friendship is Magic while being forced to watch it. Evidently, it did well enough that they did it again. And again. And again, and again, and again, and before you know it, there's 143 episodes of this
Cue
fucking
everyone
guy.
making the looking down her shirt joke.
Okay, I promise I'll try not to dog on these reactors too much. Because look, at the end of the day, they were just having fun, and there really is nothing wrong with that. Except for the few of them that were having a little too much fun around this time.
How do I get the feeling that all the other bronies are gonna make fart jokes about that green gas?
Oh no, 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 no. The first Equestria girl's reaction is one of the points where I feel the scripting is the most awkward. I swear to God, half of these people are not even trying. Fuck you, brony vids. Not even on the right part of the fucking movie. Having different camera angles and shit, even background music. What an asshole. I'm glad your channel doesn't exist anymore.
Twilight's reputation is falling apart, her friends are fighting, and the prom is tomorrow.
This is not an exaggeration. I hate this guy so fucking much. Also, this guy getting straight teeth. One of my personal favorite parts of this video is that after being so pissed off at Flash Sentry and Twilight flirting, not that I blame him, Black Griffin just kind of goes on some aura farming mission to show off all the cool shit he can do that isn't asked to meet up with a 14-year-old girl. I really like the opening to Bronies React to College Humor's My Little Brony. I've talked about this video before. The reactors are silent for the first 40 seconds until it cuts to this guy laughing up a storm for an extra 10 seconds because he was literally like the only person actually reacting. Yeah, I'm starting to see why they wanted to script these.
You know, it doesn't take much effort to be funny when you're just making fun of something.
Also, Black Griffin, back again, refers to the way they make fun of bronies as an offensive stereotype. What are we talking about?
It's hard not to be. Stereotypes are offensive.
I sure hope Black Griffin didn't perform any actual offensive stereotypical acts in a Bronies React video. Oh wait. Oh no.
My name is Nakisha Abigail Saffron.
I am Latoya Alufa Williamson.
And we are the 80s divas of the Central Race.
Oh, girl, you call yourself a diva. I call myself a queen.
And yes, they do this the entire video. If you're wondering who that is with Black Griffin, that is Michelle Krieber, the voice of Apple Bloom, whose family I believe Black Griffin was living with at the time. She was only 14 or 15 here, so I have my doubts this was her idea. For reference, Gabe is pushing 25 here. I'm actually just kind of shocked that this video is still up. But everything changes on December 7th, 2014, when Bronies React Rainbow Rocks was uploaded. You start the video and oh my god. This video in particular has quite the cast, including Saberspark and I Love Kim Possible a lot together. Why does this make me really uncomfortable now? These reactors each have their own gimmick, and I hate that Animated James is the funniest, but also that's a very low bar to clear. He also has this awesome ass cat in the background. Why the fuck can't he react?
And I thought I was white.
That I'm a white guy and a black guy.
Some of the comments these guys make about the ponies is also really weird. Specifically in Equestria Girls. Like, Brony Curious over here will not stop talking about how the Cutie Mark Crusaders are his favorites and commenting on their outfits and what they would or wouldn't wear. And it just feels like,
Alright guys, I am super excited to be on Brony Reacts for the first time. Let's go! These little girls shouldn't be wearing skirts! What the fuck? Fuck!
You girls are so tight.
they all absolutely radiate Quirk Chungus energy, and I feel like a lot of them are fighting for the spotlight. Like, they're trying to be the funniest reactor in the video. They want to be quoted in the top comment. Animated James pulls out a fucking guitar at some point and sings a whole ass little song. Personally, not my favorite hit by him, but
I'm a white guy and
in like every video, SOLRAC has this running bit where he's just screaming in his car. And by running bit, I mean only bit, because that's literally all he does. I have to imagine it's because it's the only place he could yell, which is really funny. Imagine walking by this vehicle in a random car park and seeing this sweaty 20-something yelling about Pinkie Pie. Okay, that's it. I'm getting sick of Paleo Steno Michael Kovac over here. I think he got a Jackbox game to ruin.
It's nice to see them catching up and everything, but the school is kind of in danger right now.
I hate you!
Sunset sure does have a,
Shut up!
And Flash Sentry is now Brony enemy number 1. You don't make Twilight cry.
Something I find really interesting is that, like, Bronies React went on much longer than I thought it did. Like, lasted until 2023 long. And you know Black Griffin and Saberspark were there until the very end. Yep, this bit never gets old. That's nearly 11 years after it started and 6 years after My Little Pony Friendship is Magic was already over. I don't know. It's always super odd to see something like this, which is so deeply rooted in the time period it was made, continue on much longer than it probably should have. Like, when you're outlasting the careers of the people in these videos, it gets kind of odd. Like, half of these people's channels don't even exist anymore. They've either gone inactive or have been wiped entirely. Why couldn't Mando ponies have been deleted? I'd be lying if I said there was no enjoyment to be found here, even if, ironically, I see Animated James and I click. I'm a simple person. I'm sure there's some deep message in here about how things change, cultures change, the internet changes, but I'm not smart enough to find that. I just thought seeing Saberspark and Animated James together was really, really funny.
Who's Animated James?
I do quite frequently forget, though, that My Little Pony Friendship is Magic is now nearly 16 years old. Online, that's like goddamn ancient history. So, after some long hours of watching too much Bronies React, I've decided that we need to get these old farts out of here and bring in a new crew. So, I've put together a new gen cast for Bronies React. I've put together this pitch pilot of sorts. So, AC rates best. If you're watching, consider this to be my submission for a new era, a G2 of sorts for Bronies React. Please enjoy.
Alright guys, I am super excited to be on
Who's animated James?